existence. And the reason we formed was that I just kept finding all these great bassoon players in all of these little nooks and crannies in and around Albuquerque, which I guess is one of the things that makes Kirky quirky. But there's a reason why there are such a large number of bassoonists here. And one of them is the really wonderful youth symphony program I guess it's almost 80 years old now, the Albuquerque Youth Symphony Program. Quite a few of these people you see before you are alumni, and like a lot of people who had the sense not to become professional musicians, but they took lessons and they played and they practiced, and this group provides them with a wonderful outlet to play all kinds of music. And you'll see from the program that we do play all kinds of music. The piece you just heard was by Tilman Susato, whose music started to get published in the 1540s, and this was a suite of dances. Susato was an interesting guy. He was a multi-instrumentalist. He was also a publisher of music and the first known person to use movable music type. So he was a pioneer and a composer. So, he was very prolific with everything that he did. So he was just one busy guy, and his pieces are played to this day, not just by bassoons, but by keyboard players and lutenists and brass players, and it's good stuff, so everybody wants to play it. Our next piece is an arrangement from a Mozart work. A few years ago, I encountered a local composer by the name of Daniel Davis, and he wanted to write a piece for us because he attended one of our concerts and said, "You guys need a serious piece of music." So, because we do like to play silly things. So he did write us that serious piece of music, but before he did that, he took this piece and arranged it for bassoons. And we thought it might be very interesting for you guys to hear the original version of it. It was written for the glass harmonica. Now, for those of you who are not aware of what that is, it started out, of course, if you lick your finger and rub it across like glass, it'll make a sound. Well, there are people, the best known of whom was Benjamin Franklin, who figured out how to put a bunch of glasses on a treadle in a trough of water that was operated by a foot pedal so you could play a lot of music. And this was really popular in the 1750s, 60s, and 1770s. So much so that when Mozart heard, there was a virtuoso from, I think it was either Scotland or England, and she traveled all over Europe and entertained the courts and nobility. It was just a huge deal. It was a big fad. For whatever reasons that are not really known, Mozart didn't get around to writing for this piece until a few months before he died. But this is the piece that he wrote. That may or may not bring the neighborhood dogs here. I don't know. There was a lot, because it was a big popular phenomenon, there was a lot said about the glass harmonica, and one of the things said about the glass harmonica is that either playing the instrument or listening to it would make you insane. And there was a theory that possibly the lead in the glass was poisoning people and driving them nuts, but that was never substantiated, unfortunately. So the fad went on, and in fact, composers as recently as Richard Strauss and Donizetti used it. But I'm gonna lay a really long word on you. It is the longest Greek word known to describe a musical instrument, and pardon my lack of knowledge of Greek pronunciation. But the name of this instrument, the original name of this instrument, was hydrodactylocyclic harmonica. I'm not making it up. It's only slightly shorter by 4 letters than supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Only 4 letters shorter. And what it means literally is there's the word for water, finger, soul, and music. But we're very grateful to Dan that he thought this would sound really nice on the bassoons, and hopefully it's a little less grating than the hybrid.